back in Missouri City today, cutting some walnut. Bought off the neighbor last week. Everything with a blue dot goes, which you might be able to see that through there. That tree Kenny's getting ready to cut. We got to pull it because that pesky power line's back there. So we got a pretty good concentration of them down here today. Comes our number one employee wearing camouflage, no orange. Anyway, there's a pretty good concentration of them down here in this draw. Said right across the fence is where we were cutting last week and the week before. And I think we've got like 23 or 24 walnut bought, and there's several more, but we were fortunate to get these bought, and hopefully we'll get a few more bought before we leave. These are good sized trees, tall, clean, but probably out of the 24 of them, we probably got to pull 18 of them. So a lot of pulling involved in this bunch. It'll be pretty slow going. The wind's been whipping and blowing bad today. We woke up this morning to leave. The temperature was 52 degrees. It is now down to 29, so we've had a pretty good temperature change with a cold front coming in from the north. We're going to try to get a few of these cutting out today. It's a little after 12:30. This morning we got here, we did some cleanup on the neighbor there. I fixed some roads, got everything smoothed out, tracked back in, cleaned up. Just trying to make everything look nice and neat. Like I said, keeping the roads clean anyway. Hopefully we can get this one down without a hitch. If you look up in that thing, there's a dead limb up there. A real dangerous dead limb, a snag just hanging there. So Kenny's keeping a close eye on that. He'll get all that cut, and I'm just going to winch it on over when the time comes. That way he's out of the way in case that thing decides to come after him. Old chinkapin's not in very good shape, needs to go. That in there is going to go. Trying to keep all the brush piled up the best we can, which is always hard to do in the timber. We'll come down here on the lower side. We're probably having 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts today, so it's making cutting some of these pretty tricky. See, like that's a good little tree right there. Left it. Just kind of going through here, cutting some of the ones that are showing some damage. Signs of decline. Later on, we'll go up to the log deck. We'll take a look at those. We'll hop off that old beast for a minute. That's a hard leaning tree. A lot of footage on it. You can see it kind of goes up, maybe 7 foot. Crotch is out, then probably another 7 or 8 foot. Crotch is out again. Just a footage tree. That's all it is. Just a heavy lumber. I know one thing's for sure. I know I preached about this in the last couple videos, but without these chains, we would not be logging in this terrain up here. I'm just dragging one log out at a time, and the stuff's so loose. It's just hard to get any traction, and it's steeper than it looks. Of course, on film, it never looks that steep. It'll be hard to put in water bars here too, I know that. This timber up in the bluffs is really good. I mean, this draw right here, like I said, we were just logging over there the last couple weeks, the last videos I put out. That's where we were. This draw actually runs right down to the log deck over there, where we still got logs stacked up, but this whole draw, holler, I guess, depending on what part of the country you're from, valley, I'm sure some of y'all call it. But it actually runs right down to the Missouri River, right in the middle of town there, right down to the Missouri. When we get up here on top, there's a heck of a view of the river, and I'll try to get some footage of that. I love getting to work on the river. It don't matter what river it is. It seems like I'm always happiest when we're working off the river somewhere. But the last couple of years, you know, being up here up north, working on the Missouri River in different places has definitely been a highlight. To me, we haven't worked a bad job yet. I mean, some have been easier than others, so to speak, but it's definitely always an adventure getting to work up off the river and the bluffs. And it's a little slow going at times just because some of the terrain, some of the challenges it throws at us, but it's still a lot of fun. It's getting ready to go out here, starting to crackle and pop. There she goes. There she goes. We'll go down here, see if we can get around there to it. We've been in there long enough. A lot of good young trees growing up here on top. And there's some trees up here that they can be cut. A few of them probably need to, like that guy right there. See the river right through there. This wind's still whipping pretty good. Let's see if I can zoom in. It's a heck of a view of the river up here. If those trees weren't there, it'd be a lot better. That's like an old, we haven't decided what that is yet. I'd like to ask. It's like an old hospital or a sanitarium or something. I'm sure they made a house of it eventually, but kind of look through what we got going here. We cut 8 trees today. Some of these things were starting to show signs of decline. Kind of see there, and some of that one's going back a bit. But they're tall. Some of them are kind of rough, kind of ornery, but a lot of footage in them. Usually, a lot of them got a clean butt. You know, there's a few good clean second cuts in some of them. These here, not so much. The better ones here on the other side of the property, kind of back on this side of the draw. We've got 3 or 4 more to cut down here. We'll probably get in the morning. Then the landowner's already said he might be interested in selling a few more. And he's giving us the go-ahead to paint up a few more of them, kind of thin them out. So he's on board with forest management. Blah, I'm getting cold and can't talk. This chunk here, and that's what this stuff, these 3 little pieces here. We shouldn't even have drug that out. That ain't no good. But this is a heck of a chunk of wood here. A lot of footage in this. Big piece of wood. Some good logs there. Good pieces. Even this whole chinkapin oak, it cut a lot better than we thought it would. It didn't look that good, but it cut off pretty good. Not too bad, not too bad. Well, hopefully tomorrow the wind won't be blowing near as hard because that was giving us some fits here today, this wind, and it's never good to cut in the wind, but down here in the draw where these come out of, it wasn't near as bad, but still the trees are so tall, the tops, that wind gets to whipping them around and it makes it difficult sometimes. I'm sure it'll be pretty cold tomorrow, much like it is now. It's, you know, when we left this morning, the temperature was like 52 degrees, and it's down in the 20s right now, so there's been a drastic temperature change with this cold front. Of course, the skies have cleared off. It's a pretty day, but cold and windy. So tomorrow, we'll be back out here, and we'll do it all over again. Hey guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.